standard side of me. Now we've got the brazier fire going. Cooked breakfast on day, we'll make a start on breakfast very shortly. Got the fires going, got the coal burning, got the kettle boiling. So next to that we've got the little Mercury tipper truck. Beautiful bit of kit, that says about 1929, 1930. Really unusual in this size. So there's a few Mercuries around, but not with this type of body on it. We've never seen one before, so it's so unusual. It was found in a foundry in Gloucester, where it was out the foundry, tipper body, insulated sides, and used as the foundry for carrying molten metal, carrying the pot around on it. So you see down in there, just wheelbarrowing the stone, tipping it out, just waiting for somebody now to come on the rake and level it all out. So here's Alan on the shovel now. On the crushers, the blaster stone crushers, one small one and one a little bit bigger. The larger one weighs about 3 tons, 1936. Run off a Lister 8-door CS engine, and the small one, the small stone crusher, run off a Lister Junior. So we've got a roller coming round now, just roll a bit of the stone, just to land it down and compact it. Will probably be about 928, I would think, this roller. Oh, we got it wrong. What is it, 18? Oh, 2 year out, 1930, not 1928. That's a little under 50. Lovely bit of kit. Quite rare as well, they are. So, very hard to get hold of in Ireland, apparently. Over in England, they're quite popular. So, there's a few of ours in England. Drills going through very slowly on the compressor. Very, very hard stone. It really needed a little bit of softer stone really to send the drill through, but I think the lads will persevere and carry on with it. Dave will no doubt be making a start on the breakfast very shortly. Bit of maintenance to do this morning, that's a little bit behind. One of the jump jacks working. Two-stroke coil mesh. He's coming over to the other one. A little bit on the piston. We might get the give them a little run round. 1929 different memory and tipper with a little Morris engine in it. With the Morris engine in it. Found in a foundry in Gloucester in England. Used to carry the molten metal around it. It's got insulated sides. Very unusual. The tipper works on a scissor lift, so it will lift up before it goes back. Nice little weight stopper, fully restored. Probably that'd be about 1952. We usually have either a lift petrol engine in it. But very nice. Forward steering as well.
Why have you stopped there? Around the arena here is an enforcer instructor. Company called me, very interested in there. worse than that, no.
Huh?
No worse than that. Press up, Harry.
I know. Now, as you can see, the playpen is starting to come to life as more and more engines come out of their overnight hibernation and their drivers start to put them through their paces. The heavy haulage load is in motion there with the Keegan family, and the Keegans are the proud owners of that beautiful Fowler double crank compound traction engine. And Fowlers were built in Leeds and were more known for the manufacturing of ploughing engines. John Fowler was a Quaker, and he sort of had this notion of helping his fellow man, and produced many ploughing engines. A lot went out on the continent and down into South Africa, but they also built road locomotives, showman's engines, and as you can see here today, traction engines. And I see Brian Keegan up on the controls there. That heavy haulage load with the tank and trailer is a combined weight of about 18 tons. So no problem to that engine whatsoever. Very capable engine and absolutely no hassle at all pulling that load. The trailer rides are also in operation. We've got the Synod family with their Fowler road roller. And the trailer rides are going to be in operation all day, and they're €3 a go. Coming around as well, we've got the McLaren double crank compound traction engine, and that's owned by Wesley Glynn of County Carlow. It was built in 1900 and came back from Australia actually. It was shipped out there originally by McLaren's. McLaren's had a huge market out there, and Wesley brought it back in the early 2000s and started into a very extensive rebuild and produced the engine that we see today. And Wesley's also brought up his Garrett trailer as well as Garrett wagon, and that's parked up on the side as well, making sure that we're all stocked up with water today. Coming around as well is the Foden steam wagon of the O'Gorman family in County Kildare, very ably controlled there by Luke Higashikawa. And Luke is driving around. You can see it's an overtype wagon, which means that the motion work is all up in the cab. It's not underneath. Normally steam wagons would have their motion work and everything underneath. I'm getting a whistle here from Gussie Murphy driving around on the Eveling. But the Foden wagon has got the engine up in the cab, which means it's an overtype engine, and then the big bicycle chain underneath, which makes it all go. It's got a boiler inside, very similar to the central heating boiler that you've got at home in the house. It was a wagon known years ago as the Dorset Rambler when she was still over in England and made her way over here. I think in about it's probably 1970s, probably about 75 or 6, when Benny O'Gorman bought the wagon and brought it over. We've got a birth not only into one farm but into 2 farms. Now the Synod family are coming back around with their Fowler roller, doing the trailer rides, and it's an opportunity for you as the public to go around the arena and experience perhaps what can be described as a Victorian traffic jam with the engines going around. while everything is going on here in the playpen, right next to us we've got the road making section, and there are now 4 rollers in there. I see a little Wallace and Stevens advance roller. That's in there as well, along with the Aveling and Barford roller and the coffee pot steam roller of Donal O'Callaghan from County Cork. Now the Keegan family going around doing the heavy haulage with their Fowler traction engine. It's built in 1926. It's rated at 8 nominal horsepower. So what nominal horsepower means is for every 1 nominal horsepower, you've got 14 regular horsepower with that. So I'm not great with maths on the spot, but you do the maths, but certainly a very powerful engine and a very capable engine pulling around that heavy haulage load. Now coming around there, for those of you who are watching, that's the Aveling and Porter tractor. It was built in 1930. It's a 5-ton tractor, originally built as a steamroller, an AB class steamroller, and then converted over the years to a tractor. Certainly a very fast little tractor and a very capable little one as well. It was formerly owned by Colin Knight over there in the UK, and Colin used to... Now, a first-time attender here at the Moynalty Steam Threshing Festival is the star of Toppin Green, which is the beautiful Ranson Simpson Jeffries traction engine that's popping about there. It's owned by the White family from down there near Toulon in County Wexford. And from the point I can see here, that's Jim White driving there. And the White family have been involved in steam for many, many years. From the very beginning, the Whites have been involved. They've had that engine now since, I dare say, the 1970s, and travelled it very extensively. She's now back out on the road after some remedial work being carried out. Looking fantastic as ever. Followed along there by the Foden steam wagon, owned by the O'Gorman family. Now we've got plenty of miniature traction engines here today, but this is a little miniature road locomotive coming around. It's a double crank compound barrel, 4 inches, and it's owned by James Glynn of County Carlow. James is driving it there. It's a fabulous little engine. I think it's probably its 2nd season out now, and named Ruby after his late mother, but a stunning engine and a real credit to the Glynn family. Now coming along just outside the playpen is a Marshall traction engine. It's known as the farmer's friend. It's one of the oldest, if not the oldest, Marshall traction engine in preservation. It was built in 1889 and it was bought by a group of parishioners as a retirement present for the Canon Bagot. And the Rochford family now own the engine. I think, now I could be wrong on this, I think it's about 1967 that the late John Rochford bought the engine and got the engine and rallied it. Certainly one of the first engines to be rallied in Ireland. and thankfully still owned by the Rochford family and being driven there today by John Joe and being steered by his brother Willie. And not only that, we've got Ray, another brother then, on the inside of the playpen with the family's beautiful 6-inch Burrell road locomotive. From County Wexford, and just passing the commentary point now, is the Kelly family with their Marshall traction engine, built in 1909 and known as Colleen Vaughan. It's an Irish engine, it's got full Irish history. It was new in County Laois and was used for general traction and farming duty. Yet another Marshall coming up along behind then as well, this time from County Carlow, and this is the Tompkins family with Uncle George. And the Tompkins family bought this engine a few years ago, took it apart and did some remedial work on it, and they gave it a full repaint back in her original Marshall colours as well. But they kept the name Uncle George. It was named that when she was over in the UK, but they retained that name. And you can see the nameplate on the front there. Been driven there by Ben Tompkins, and they've come from Old Loughlin in County Carlow. Now, the next engine coming around there with Glynns of Carlow written on the canopy, that's a McLaren double crank compound traction engine, and it's owned by Wesley Glynn. It was built in 1900 by McLarens of Leeds. Now, some say it's a bit of a mystery really, but apparently McLarens made their engines from the bits that Fowlers were throwing away, but I've never had that totally confirmed. But certainly a fine example of McLaren's work, built in 1909, and it was shipped out of Australia. Now that's how you open a steam rally, there we go. But the engine there, owned by Wesley, was used in Australia for hauling cotton. It was used on a plantation there for hauling cotton, and then purchased by Wesley in the early 2000s and brought over to Ireland.
How are you doing?
How did you survive yesterday?
Huh?
How did you survive last night?
Look it up. Were you in?
Another first-time attender here at the Moynalty Steam Threshing Festival is Mr. Alan Barry from halfway in County Cork with his beautiful Burrell traction engine. A stunning piece of engineering, and although I say so myself, I'm a bit biased when it comes to Burrells, but a very fine engine indeed. And you're very, very welcome along, Alan. Thank you so much for bringing it. Another engine coming around from the Cork engine is the Foster traction engine owned by Declan Lord of Bandon in County Cork. Considered possibly one of the youngest engines in preservation here in Ireland, built in 1936, so a very big engine. And what you will notice is on the front, on the maker's plate on the front of the smoke box, there is a tank. And Foster's were quite proud of the fact that they produced a lot of the tanks for First World War, so much so that they incorporated the tank onto their maker's plate on the front of the engine. Declan is steering there, and very ably driven there by Chris Trunwitt, whose father transports the engine around for Declan, and they're a great team, and they travel all over Ireland, and they've made it all the way up here from Cork to the Moynalty Steam Threshing Festival. Following along behind is a Marshall traction engine, done by Thomas Heron and family from County Down, I think. Although I could be wrong in that. It's been driven there by Gary Watson, who's Tom's grandson. And beautiful engine, very, very nice. And built in 1914. Now, affectionately known as the Big Burrow, is a Burrow double crank compound engine coming around here now. It's called Patricia, being driven there by Mr. Niall Carver. And Niall is in control there of the Burrow, which was